Luke Skywalker and Yoda Jedi training. At the urging of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda agreed to instruct Luke, developing his Jedi abilities. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing the 40th anniversary of The Emperor Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker and Yoda Jedi Training Double Pack. Now this is another deluxe figure that's come out, and another figure to add to the 40th anniversary of this year of Emperor Strikes Back, and another Luke figure and another Yoda figure. But again, Yoda is different. We've got a size comparison, so we can actually compare him to the other figure in this review, and also another Luke. Is this the third or fourth in this 40th anniversary of Luke Skywalker's? Seems to be quite a few, but still no Hoth Luke, which is a bit strange. But yeah, he just looks great. We've got the lightsaber, we've got a Dl44, we've got a little backpack down here, Yoda and Luke in the inside. It's the deluxe pack number 4. We got the bio and the picture on the back, and then on this side we've got Luke Skywalker Jedi Training and Yoda, and we just got Luke Sky written on the side there in the black. So I guess without further ado, let's just crack this bad duo open. Okay, so we get a lot more for our money, and looking pretty cool. So we've got some extra accessories down here. We've got Sleepy Yoda just here using the Force, and also we've got the hands for Luke Skywalker swap around using the Force, and his sort of famous kind of handstand hand as well. So it'd be quite good to take some photos with that. So I guess we have them out. First kind of impressions. Yeah, he feels quite solid actually. I kind of thought he might feel a bit sort of skinny and stuff like that. You know, normally when they do that with sort of a lot more skin showing on these black series, but actually no, he feels quite solid. Feels quite good. And with Yoda, he feels tiny. Feels a bit teeny, but it feels all right nonetheless. It does feel very small. It does obviously, but. I don't know if his head looks a little bit too enlarged for his body, but I guess we'll just see how he gets on with the pictures. So, with that, let's go and take some pictures and then get on with the review. So welcome back. Been away taking their photos and putting them through their works, and yeah, I mean, I think Hasbro have done well. I think they've done really good. They're slightly a little bit off me. I'm not too sure if they put too much kind of black weathering on Yoda, or it's another look for Luke that I don't think looks like Mark Hamill again. But apart from that, it is a great set. The accessories are great, the bag's great, and everything else that goes with it. It's just, I think it's the looks of them that I'm a little bit kind of off-putting, and I wasn't too sure on Yoda at first, to be honest, but once I compared him to the older Yoda, I was kind of like thinking, well, if they knew they was bringing this guy out, why did they re-release that other Yoda about 3 times in about a year? So we get on with the review. We look at all their accessories first, which first one we can start off is Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber, and again the applications are done really well. We've got the red, got the gold in the right places, and the black on the ribbon. And then we've got this nice thick blue blade, which is removable, but it is very tight to pull out. But yeah, looks fine. And also the hook is on the end rather than in the middle, even though it can't attach onto Luke, which is fine. But to be honest, I'll be giving this lightsaber to my best bin Luke, because I think it's a better kind of creation of that lightsaber than the one we got with him. It's a bit flimsy in the blade department, and I really like these new thick blades that they've been putting in. The other accessory it comes with is a Dl44 Blaster, and Luke can hold this well in his fingers. You know, he's got little small hands, but actually it fits in really well. So it's done in a black plastic. We have got a bit of brown on the handle and the silver applications right on the tip. So that's done well. And the other accessory can go in is the backpack, which we have on the figure at the moment, and with little Yoda sitting in the back. So he fits in just about right, leans in sort of at the right level really for the size of him, and it's pretty cool to have really in the Black Series sort of department. So we'll just take Yoda out for now, and we look at the blue backpack in a bit more detail. So we've got these silver kind of harness clips on here, and you can just see the texture that's in there, like the webbing and stuff, and that leads into the satchel itself. And the only way we can take it off is this little removable nub here. It's a bit hard to actually get it back on, so you kind of have to put your finger in there to the hole and sort of push it in to make sure it's firm, because it does pop out quite a bit. He can bring his hands up to nearly kind of hold it in place. This one has got the hinging on the hand, so we can get that kind of bit there, but this one doesn't, unfortunately, because it goes up and down. If it went inwards, it'd be great, but yeah, you can hold the strap with this hand. So we'll remove that for now, and that just pops over his neck. There we go, and over his hand. And then the other accessories we come with is Luke's hands. So we have this one here that can hold his lightsaber, and also this one which holds his gun and lightsaber. So we can get that sort of like double-handed kind of lightsaber grippage on there, because he's nice and kind of skinny. And we can just pop these out really easily, and this hand goes in here, and then we have this one that comes out, that goes on here. So we've got this one here which is kind of like his false kind of sort of like hand, where he's like manipulating, trying to make the rocks grow, and I think it looks great, to be honest. I think it's really nice to have these alternative hands. And then this one is, well, his flat palm. So if you've seen any of the promo ones, it's him where you can do a handstand. But also it works as a good sort of false push kind of sort of hand as well. It works really well with that. So yeah, making him do a handstand. I have yet to really kind of get him into a position where he can actually hold his weight with the handstand. I find his elbow is a little bit weak. So it always kind of sort of like gives in. So, and then try and get that centre of gravity to make him do it is a little bit hard. But yeah, I have done it once, but I did cheat and use a bit of blue tack. It is a little bit weak down here on the peg, and also this part here. So what I have noticed, this is the way his elbow is supposed to be, but if you do a 180 on the elbow, it kind of locks more into place. But yeah, as of yet, I haven't succeeded in kind of getting him into that position. So yeah, articulation wise, well, his head can go left, he can go right, he can look down, he can look up. He's got this all swagger down up here. He's got the lower neck movement as well. He's got his arms can come this far. He's got rotation up here, rotation at the elbow, and he's got this sort of like nice elbow bend that can bring it right up. All his fingers and hands have a hinge. Well, not his fingers, sorry, all alternative hands have a hinge. His waist kind of articulation is here, just underneath his sort of like breastbone up here. There's nothing here, so this bit's a lot solid all the way down. His legs can kick up this far. He can kick back. This far. He's got a rotation here. His legs can come out this wide, and he doesn't have a double jointed knee. He has a quite a good sort of like single jointed knee. I think this is the way that Black Series are going to go now. I think they're getting rid of the double jointed knee by the looks of it, because I think the Knights of Ren, all the ones from the previous ones kind of had it. Yes, the last wave that just come out, but obviously they were reincarnated bodies of old. But it just seems that anything in the new sculpt kind of have these knees now. I don't know if I'm a big fan of them, to be honest. I'm not too sure yet until they grow on me. But yeah, I mean, his articulation is absolutely great, spot on. There's not really much you can go wrong with it, because there's nothing really hindering him, and he's just kind of a bit of like an all-rounder kind of G.I. Joe looking kind of sort of thing. Really, there's nothing in the way of sculpt getting in his way. I'll get my words out in a minute. But yeah, looks wise, Luke. He's very slim faced compared to all the other kind of Lukes that we have. So it's just another one on there, and I don't know why they just didn't put another sculpt or the other Bespin Luke on there, or I'm not too sure. But to be honest, I think this Luke would look better on the Bespin Luke, to be honest. I just, you know, that sort of sweaty look when he's fighting Vader, I think it would go off a lot better than this one. And I'm still not too, I don't know if my face printing on this one's a little bit off. I see other people's versions of it and I'm like, damn, that looks really good, but my one just always looks a little bit, I don't know, like he's a bit scared. But yeah, I'm still not 100% sure. I think actually it is growing on me more than this one. I always wanted this one to be the ultimate one, but for some reason I still think it looks a little bit off. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit elonged and a bit long, but I can still see. I can see Mark Hamill in there somewhere. But obviously we've got the best, the Hoth Snowspeeder outfit, which I think is the best looking sort of Mark Hamill around the mouth area. So I think they're getting there. To be honest, I think they're getting there, but I think they've still got a long way to go. But yeah, his vest, we've got it's all dirty and we've got all the sort of lines and all that in there, and it's done enough. I think, you know, it's not too much to take away from a figure that to make it look overly weathered. The legs, they're a bit shiny. The plastic they use or the paint they've used on there, that is very shiny, but then it has got all the sort of like dirt and all that in the right places. The hands look great with all the veins and whatnot on there, and also inside the hands with the lines, and even on the flat one as well. And down to his boots, just the normal kind of Hoth boots that he kind of has all the way through, and that's pretty much it for Luke. So we can just put him to the side for now so the camera doesn't concentrate on him, and then we go for Master Yoda. So Yoda, he comes with one accessory, which is his little cane that he has, and just fits into his hand, and he can hold it just well in there. I was saying he comes with one accessory, he comes with an alternative head, which I completely forgot about. So yeah, it comes with two heads. So we've got this Yoda here, with his eyes open, and I just think it looks too dark. I don't think it looks as good as the other Yoda that we've had before. It's just something about it, I think, that just kind of puts me off him. So we can pop his head off. And then bring this one in. And this is his eyes closed. And just when he's using the Force to pick up the X-Wing, and he's got his neck's elonged as well, so he's looking up slightly. And I think they've done this one really well. I think it looks really good. And all the wrinkles and the hair follicles and all that are in place. And it just does look good. So articulation wise, he's actually a little bit better than the old Yoda. So we have got a bit of head movement, and up here it is on a ball joint. We've got arm rotation up here. We've also got a single jointed elbow bend, which is just in there. Oh, it's a bit tight. Just bring that up so you can see. And he is on the rotation here. His wrist is on the rotation as well, and he's got a rotation at the sort of just here, just above the belt line. And then his legs, they can kick out here and come back this wide. We've got a rotation at the knee as well, and it also has a knee joint, and then he's also got like a ball jointed kind of foot movement as well. So yeah, the articulation on Yoda is 10 times better than what we did with the other one, which is a lot bigger. And then yeah, so look wise, also we can go back to his other head as well, and yeah, this one just screams Yoda. And on there, his kind of gown again is kind of like the same material as the previous one, just in a lot smaller way. We've got the sort of belt and satchels in there, but this bit ain't painted like the old one. and that goes around the back. You can't remove it. It's kind of like a tight bit of plastic there. He's got his medallion that I never know that he has, to be honest. They always incorporate it with these figures as a kind of big separate piece, but to me I never know, like, it's Yoda and his medallion. Like, that's one thing I would never know. Even if he didn't have it, I wouldn't even moan. So yeah, underneath it's just a reminiscence of the old Yoda Kenner figure, the little brown undersuit and his little tootsies, and we've got his little hands as well. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. So we can stand him here, we can stand Luke next to him, you know, he's measuring him up. And then we got the other Yoda as well. So, and this was the first Yoda size, and it just shows you in the different sort of sizes that we have. So that's the original one's Kane, and this is the new one. So yeah, it's completely in different size scale. And then Yoda over here. So I thought the other Yoda, I didn't really think I had a problem with his size, to be honest with you. But now looking at him, he just looks really bulky. Like, his arms look massive. He just looks really bulky obviously compared to this. He's like tiny. But and it does, to me, this one looks like a man in a suit. Yeah, they've definitely done better. But I just can't see why this one's had so many re-releases in just 1 year, when this one was going to be coming out. But then I suppose I couldn't charge 20 for this one. So yeah. And then when you think about it, the size of him, that they wouldn't actually do him for 20, but the pack is £40. So it's like Luke for 20 and this one for 20. Just seems a little bit odd. So I would have thought maybe 30 or even 35 maybe maximum for this figure, really, to be honest. But nonetheless, it is a really good pack. You've got really good accessories, and you can actually recreate those iconic scenes. And I've seen quite a few fantastic pictures out there on Instagram with the toy photography and everything going on with these guys. So it looks really good. So and that kind of brings me to the end of it. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it, especially if you're in the toy photography and stuff like that. But I think if you're a little bit kind of putting things off at the moment because there is a few releases coming out, I would say actually hold off, because I think there's probably better things coming out than what these two actually kind of give. So that's kind of the end of my review. So thank you very much for joining. You can follow me on Instagram, the description's down below. You can comment down below, you can subscribe, and you can like. And I'll see you all again next time. Take care. Bye bye.